Good afternoon and welcome. I see Shirley is here already. Thank you. Um, Let me know if you are here as well. I'm on Facebook and YouTube, and you have landed at Pat's Stamping Place. Pat Mayer, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So, first of all, I have to start off with my face is red today. If you read my preview or whatever that I post saying that I'm going to be live, it said sneak peek. This is not a sneak peek that I'm doing today. Yay, hello Rose, you're looking forward. Okay, I hope we have fun today because I'm laughing at myself right now. The product that I'm going to use today is, let's see, let's get down to my desktop so you can see what I'm doing. Is Memorable Blooms. It's a bundle. It's in the mini catalog. I don't know why I said sneak peek. I guess I did because it was sneaking up on me that I had it and hadn't used it yet. So I will kind of take that as my let's see, there's something different over there. Okay, so it's a bundle, Memorable Blooms, and as you did, if you did see it, said just when you think you don't need more flowers, along comes something with flowers, but the dies are what are so magical in this this bundle. So I'm going to do a little bit with this. What is this? A hexagon? 1, 2, 3. I think so. Hexagon today. Working on my math, I guess, whatever that might be. And I do have some samples to show you at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And if you catch this later, just do it on the replay. But welcome to March. Goodness sakes. Did your March come in like a lion or a lamb? It was kind of a cat thing here. It wasn't really like a lion, but it wasn't really like a lamb either because it was cold. And today it's cold. Tomorrow it's going to be cold. And Wednesday it's going to be 60. So we're in that topsy-turvy, out of February into March where we don't know what the weather is going to be from day to day. So all we know is that we're getting closer to spring. And what did they say? March is the beginning of the meteorological spring. And that's when we start worrying about nasty weather and tornadoes and all that stuff. And then the astrological, is that what I say that right? Is March 1920, somewhere around there. So anyway, let me show you the dies that go with this bundle. There are 6 of them. This is one. This is one, and I'm going to use this one today, but I do have a sample showing you. I think I've got a sample with that. Do I or don't I? Not sure. Anyway, this fits into this, so you can cut these two together. But I'm going to use this one, and I'm also going to use this one. And I'm using this one. These two I already have cut out and ready to go. So you don't have to see me die cut a lot of things. I've already got a little bit of the coloring done as well. And I'm going to use, this is a sneak peek of some paper though. And it is this. And I believe this will go live tomorrow. It is online, and it's called 12 by 12 Everyday Happiness Designer Series paper. And I believe it's with a scrapbooking group, I'm not sure, but I just love the colors. Here's one that I cut out so you can see what that die cut looks like. Actually, I just cut into this today. So look at this and look at this pretty kind of ombre, whatever, looking on the back. This one, let's go through the rest. We've got a nice little gingham here, some with stars. We've got one with that to show you later. Here's the gingham. There are 4 of 3 designs, I believe. There's that one again. This one. And then let's see what we look like on the other side. I showed you one already with that one. This one is so cute. Here's some stars on kind of a watercolor wash look. And then there's the gingham with the stars on the back. But the colors here are, get that back in there. And as I said, this is just come live. It's got gray granite. I guess that was on that stripy one. Oh, and it's got some gray leaves there. The leaves can be gray. Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, Pretty Peacock, Very Vanilla, and Wild Wheat. And I'm not sure, I'm not saying anything for sure, but Wild Wheat is one of the in colors that is scheduled to be going away. And we only have March, April, we only have 2 more months with our in colors. So I'm not sure if that's something that might stay over or not, but it's just a guess on my part because we don't know for sure. All right, so let's move along and pull out, hello here, pull out the project that I've got here. And I've already taken a piece of that cute little floral paper and put it on the envelope, so that's ready to go. I have die cut a couple of these leaves. Now those might have looked nice with the gray granite, but I went with the Lost Lagoon. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on that. I've already stamped and die cut and colored most of this with Stampin' Blends, but I'm going to add some shading to that in a minute. I have this piece that is just going to be a kind of a background once I cut out the shape, and then I have a piece of basic white. Yeah, this is the basic white. I thought I was going to cut the thick, but this is the basic white cut at 11 by 4 1/4, and it is scored at 5 1/2. So I'm going to glue this down first. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I think I'm going to use this other side because I'm going to stamp and cut out some words. I think I'm going to do that. That's just kind of stamping on the fly here. Figure out something a little bit different. So I think that will look pretty. Actually, maybe I want more of that blue or soft lagoon up there. What was the other color? Yeah, that's more like the Lost, a very soft Lost Lagoon up there, because it's definitely not Pretty Peacock. Okay, I'm going to step away. Okay, there we go. And die cut this. But look at the designs that are on there. It is so detailed. I love it. So I'm going to cut that out of this. Kind of in the center, but oh, a little bit up. So be right back. I'm right behind you. So I can center that on that piece of basic white. I'm not going to tape it down because I think it will stay in place. Now, what is nice about this is I have this piece left over that I can save for another project, so that doesn't go away. And then look at the design that remained here, kind of like that. I don't know what you would call it. It's got like a little diamond shape almost. And then what remained on here is the stitching. And then when this part gets pulled in, that leaves the design on the outside. And I think, okay, what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut that out and show you. And there again, I'm not going to tape that down because it will stay. There we go. So you can see what that looks like. So that leaves us with this. And then you can pop out all those pieces. So I will save that for another project. But I want you to see what that looks like. Okay, I didn't get all of that out of there. Now I did do something where I tried to cut this out and just keep this. It didn't work too well, but that's okay. But this was my goal, to get this part done. And I will put that aside and use it again. So that leaves us with this. And I've cut this to the same size as the card front, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4. And I find that sometimes that's a little bit easier to do than to try and line everything up. So I like that. And I'm going to use some Tombow glue there. This is just about empty again. So let's hope it comes out. So what's your week looking like? It's They're just flying by, I tell you. And again, we never know what March has in store for us because we can have some nasty, nasty snowstorms in March. Okay. All right, I said I've already colored most of this, and I used my Stampin' Blends, Pretty in Pink, the light. So let's add a few little highlights with, I was actually looking for a different pink and I couldn't find it. Just to add a little bit more shading to that. And this is the dark one. And then you can shade with the lighter pink. But I left the tips of these white. I don't know if that's what some of the leaves would look, or some of the petals would look like, but I left them white. I have one card to show you that I used watercolor pencils with, because these bleed through. So anytime you do the Stampin' Blends, you want to make sure that it's not your primary card base, or it will bleed through. Okay, and I see where there are a few little leaves that aren't colored, so let's color those. And I think that's about it. This bundle rose is, I think it was page 50. The stamp set is 26, the dies are 36, and the bundle is discounted to $55.75, and that's on page 50 in the mini catalog. So I'm going to put that there. And put a couple of these leaves behind there. And I think what I'm going to do is snip off this bottom once I get these glued on there. So let's add some glue to the back of this. Thinking now I probably should have made the flowers more on the yellow side, but I wasn't sure when I did this that I was going to turn this over. So the pink is working. Okay, that one doesn't show back there. Okay, there's a little place I can snip off. So don't ever be afraid to kind of give some of your dies a little trim if they stick out someplace. You can do a lot of things. I could probably cut off most of that and just use that. I will do that, Rose. So that's going to go on there like that. And now I can add some more adhesive to the back of this. Yeah, yellow flowers probably would have looked better. So that's what we have so far. Let's get that adhesive to stick down. I didn't put any adhesive up here. Kind of want those to stick up a little bit, but there should be plenty there. Okay, now I'm going to stamp the sentiment. I already took it out. You mean the world to me. And I've just got a little scrap of basic white. But I want to cut those words apart. So we've got you. And we've got mean, the world, and I'll leave to me together. Okay, let's kind of lay those out and see where I want them to go. And this is where the take a pick tool comes in handy. You mean the world to me. Okay, so let's use adhesive on those two. I've got some little mini glue dots out here I think those will look better if they're just glued down. Oops, that might be a little too much. And then you can, you know, make it a little bit more whimsical by offsetting the words a little bit. I kind of like that look. I'm hearing a siren coming down the street. It's always scary. Well, it stopped, so I don't, that's always scary too, if it's stopping close by, or sometimes they stop when they go through the intersection. Okay, so there we have You Mean the World to Me. Got a couple more things to add to this. Let's add a little bit of twine. Okay, tie in a bow. When you're doing this live, is always a challenge. There we go. Okay, I have a pair of snips dedicated for ribbon cutting. Otherwise, that kind of shreds a little bit. So those always have, those are my ribbon cutting scissors. Can make those tails a little bit shorter. And we'll add some bling here. I think this needs a glue dot. And you can just roll that glue dot up. Okay, there we go. And one more thing, needs some bling. The brushed brass butterflies were on the list with extra celebrations set or offering, and celebration is now over. But the fact that those were on there and the fact that they've been carried over for a while, I think we've had those for 2 years, leads me to believe that these brushed brass butterflies, say that 3 times fast, will probably be retiring. And I love them so much. I think I've got lots of them. So in my world, butterflies are always a nice thing to have, whether it's summer or winter. So we're going to put some butterflies on this card instead of regular bling. Let's put a little one over here on near one of the leaves. And another one down here. So there we go. That's today's card. And let me show you what else I created this morning. Get some of my messy stuff out of the way. Oh, if you could see my mess. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think this was the first one that I did. Just kind of playing around with that. And I did mount that on there. And let me tell you what I used on here. When you've got these larger pieces, instead of using a boatload of dimensionals, if you have the foam adhesive sheets, they are a wonderful option for using larger pieces on your card backings, okay? So I've got a large piece here, 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 and then some small strips along the side. And then you don't have to use a whole bunch of dimensionals. And these come, I've got these in something else, another packet. I think they're 5 by 5, and then you can cut them into whatever size you want. So I strongly recommend that. Now this is the card that I used the watercolor pencils on, and then those don't bleed through. Thank you, Shirley. Those don't bleed through. Okay, and I also had some vanilla paper. Hadn't used the vanilla in a while. So that was the vanilla. Here's another one. Very similar to today's card, but I pulled in this stamp set that I had not used called Elements of Text. And that's all it is text backgrounds. Not that you're really expected to read any of that fine print or anything, but it just makes a wonderful, wonderful background on your cards. So I cut out the hex shape, did that. I kind of like that color a little bit better than what I used. I think this was Flirty Flamingo. And then I appreciate your thoughtfulness on that tag. That's also from this stamp set. And then I colored the pearls with Granny Apple Green Blend. So that made them look a little bit different. So there's that one. Here is this one that uses that piece that I cut out to show you earlier. And just glued that on the card. And then cut out Thanks So Much with a little bit of vanilla twine behind there. And this is that wild wheat color. Very simple, but very elegant. And then this one might be my favorite because it's so simple. I cut out one of those big leafy things, ran that paper through the embossing folder, and then I had a scrap of that checkered paper or dotted paper, whatever you want to call it, and inlaid that back in there with You Mean the World to Me. So love that one too. So that's what we've got. This was today's card. And I hope you enjoyed watching this. And thank you, Rose, for your order. I will give you a call later this evening. How about that? And which one of these would you like to have? You can tell me that later if you want to. So, but I'll be sending you one of these. So that's it for this week. Let's see, next week will be the 9th of March. And just March is just moving right along. So I will see you then with maybe something else that it might be a sneak peek for me. I don't know, because sometimes I get a box and I don't open it right away and I don't use the thing. So I didn't really know that this was not a sneak peek. So worked for me. So have a great rest of the week, you guys, and I will see you soon. And enjoy the good weather when it gets here. It's only going to be one day in Ohio, at least here. The one I showed you today. Okay, that's got your name on it, Rose. Right there. Okay. So by Thursday, it's going to get cold again. So we're only going to have one nice day, and then it's cold. So take care. Enjoy. See you soon.